About a year ago, I created a book club dedicated to honoring Caribbean stories, and I want to share some of my favorites with you. But first, my name is Sky Britney, and I'm a holistic and spiritual wellness practitioner, multidisciplinary artist, and Caribbean historian who uses books and art to center the Caribbean diaspora. About a year ago, I began a spiritual sabbatical digital detox of sorts and made an intentional decision to tune inwards and pour into myself. And one of the ways that I did that was by rediscovering my love of reading and fusing that with my pride for being Afro Caribbean. So, let's get into some of my favorite reads over the past year. Songs of Irie by Asha Ashanti Brumfield. This is one of my top three reads. The way that Brumfield wrote about Jamaica literally made my heart swell with pride, and this book was actually the catalyst to me beginning my Caribbean reads journey. Patsy by Nicole Dennis Benn. This novel follows a Jamaican woman eager to migrate to the States, looking for a fresh start, but more importantly, looking for the opportunity to choose herself first. This story was definitely not a black and white one, and for most of the book, the main character is very unlikable. But the main character was also very nuanced, and the story was very real, and that's what made the story stay with me. The Island of Forgetting by Jasmine Seeley. This book follows four generations of family as they each navigate love, trauma, familial bonds, and so much more. And for a debut book, this was so beautifully told. And I also really enjoyed learning more about Bayesian culture through Jasmine Seeley's writing. How Not to Drown in a Glass of Water by Angie Cruz. This book follows an older Dominican woman living in New York who lost her job during the recession. She has to complete these 12 sessions in order to qualify for unemployment benefits. And during these sessions, we find out so much about her and her life. Similar to Patsy, this woman, Gara, has to navigate life in a country that doesn't really value her while also dealing with grief, anger, sadness, relationship trauma, familial bonds, and so much more. But what I really enjoyed about this book in particular was that the main character remained steadfast and kind no matter what was thrown at her. And it made for a very hopeful story and a story where you really rooted for the protagonist. All right, so admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of anthologies, but what I really loved about How to Love a Jamaican by Alexia Authors was how diverse this collection was. This collection features 11 short stories that take you through different experiences and points of views of Jamaicans. Whether you're living abroad or back home, you get more insight about what it means to be Jamaican and what it's like to grow up within such a rich culture. I've read a ton of Caribbean books that I've enjoyed, but the last that I want to highlight today is A Girl Within a Girl Within a Girl. A Girl Within a Girl Within a Girl. And this is a book that I actually just finished by Indo-Guyanese author Nanda Reddy. For this to be a debut, this book absolutely blew me away. It's a story about a young girl that has had to claim different identities in order to survive after being sent to America with the promise of luxury and this American dream. This story was heart-wrenching, but so beautifully written. All of these books are some that I'd recommend in a heartbeat. So if you're looking for more recommendations, or you just want to talk about all things Caribbean books, Caribbean wellness, art, or spirituality, make sure to stay connected. Bye, Muse.